Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sophie. I am the Midwest Magician, and today is day 12 of the 12 Days of Yule challenge created by Ivy the Occultist. I hope you forgive me. I am not looking my greatest after New Year's Eve, but I figured I would have you come along with me as I cleanse my tarot cards that I use, tarot and oracle that I use the most in this past year. I like to cleanse them about twice a year, so I figured this would be a great video to discuss the 12th prompt while I cleanse my tarot deck. So the 12th prompt is, where will your practice be going in 2024? And that question is so difficult to answer, but I'm so excited to be thinking about it. So it's impossible to know, but I am planning on a lot of fun, different new things. So I would like to begin with doing a lot more kitchen witchery. And as I am doing this voiceover right now, I actually have my very first ever sourdough loaf waiting for me to do another round of stretch and folds in about 30 minutes here. So I am very excited for that. I'd like to do a lot more kitchen witchery. With this in particular, what I'm doing is, as I'm stretching and folding the dough, I'm putting my intentions for the new year in there, and it'll be a delicious treat to enjoy at the end of the process. I know I touched a base on the herbal magic that I had been doing, and I want to really dive a lot deeper into that as well. And with that, I really want to do a lot more garden magic too, growing my own herbs and learning about them firsthand, learning how they grow, how they like to be tended to, and then how I can medicinally use them, or even just use them in fun, different tea blends. Along with that too, actually, I have something in common with Ivy about the garden gnomes thing. I didn't know though that you could actually work with the gnomes. However, I do have little gnomes all around my house, in the front and backyard and inside the house. So learning about actually working with the gnomes within your garden magic is like one of the most exciting things that I had heard. So I'm very much looking forward to doing a similar ritual to what Ivy did and inviting the gnomes into my garden, help me tend to it, and give them little offerings of what's growing in there. Another thing that I'm really looking forward to within the new year is doing a lot more cleansing. I was discussing in the comments of my last video, the self-care video, that somebody does several Florida waters a day. I decided I probably need to just bring that to work with me. Really, any place that can be an energy drain for me, I want to be doing cleansings, I want to be doing protections, and really keeping my energy for myself. So that is definitely something I will be working on. And along with that too, I want to do more readings for myself. I'm cleansing my tarot cards, my oracle cards in this video, and I used them a ton at the beginning of last year, but it really fell off towards the middle and end. So I'd like to get that started again, and I'm really hoping that cleansing these cards will kind of rejuvenate that practice within myself. If it's something that you guys would like, you'll have to let me know, but I am more than willing to do like a monthly reading for all of us on the channel. So if that's something you're interested in, maybe I can do it for like each full moon. We'll do a reading together. Just let me know. I would love to do that. The next thing that I'm looking forward to within this new year of practicing is getting into more folk magic. I showed you guys in my last video that traditional folk magic book that I had just picked up. And as I'm thinking about this and talking about this, over and over in my head, it keeps saying granny magic, granny magic, granny magic. And I love that idea of just connecting to maybe not our ancestors, but I mean, maybe our ancestors too, but connecting to the older ways that we used to do things. And back in the day, like our grandmothers and great-grandmothers, they weren't maybe outwardly doing magic, but even just within, helping their grandbabies and babies out with their colds and doing, you know, different like herbal things for, do you kind of get what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily like paganism or witchcraft, but it was like within their lifestyle. They had their wives' tales, they had all of their little remedies and tinctures and all of that fun stuff. And that's something that I really want to connect to. Hopefully that wasn't too vague. I'm realizing it sounded a little bit silly, but for some reason, just like the words granny magic keep going over and over in my head, even like down to doing something like knitting or crocheting where they're like, I put love in every stitch, or like the sourdough like I'm putting my intentions in every stretch and fold. So just kind of incorporating those kind of magical things into mundane tasks. And within those mundane tasks, I really want to be learning more traditional ways of living. On top of that too, the next thing, I definitely want to work on more content for YouTube. I've gotten a lot of amazing comments requesting that I stick around on YouTube after the challenge is over, and that has been so kind and so encouraging. So I definitely feel welcome within the community, and I feel very excited to continue posting on this channel. Along with that, I kind of want to work on some home and hearth magic. I think that really ties into the kind of more traditional witchcraft and bringing in that granny magic. They were always tending to the home and baking cookies and making it a nice, warm, welcoming environment to be in. And that's something that I'm really very much looking forward to for the new year. Another thing too that I have a spot for it already, but I've not sat down and done the actual ritual, but I want to make some servitors. I'm so excited for that. I have a very specific spot. If you watched my altar tour, then you'll know. It is this little gnome house that I painted with one of my friends, and it has an opening in the back for you to put a tea light in there. But I think that's the perfect spot for a servitor to live. It's got a little mushroom garden around it, and I want to make a servitor. I need to sit down and really plan out all of the inner and outer workings of that, but it's something that I would really like to do probably closer to the beginning of the year here. But all in all, that's mostly, I think, what I'm most excited to do. I'm trying to think of if there's anything else that I'm really like looking forward to for the new year, but it's mostly like kind of making the mundane parts of my life a lot more magical. I mentioned that I was very hands-on with my magic this past year, and I think I still want to be as hands-on, but I do want to add in a lot more like references and books and really paying attention to what other practitioners are doing and seeing what I like about that and taking inspiration from it and kind of using it within my own practice. Even maybe not even just practitioners, but we just did that spell for Our Cup Runneth Over, and that I took inspiration from a psalm. So even working within other religions to pull from those and add it to my practice and add value in that way could be really exciting and magical. But I think that's it for all of the things that I'm looking forward to in 2024. I'm sure there'll be more things, but that's everything I could think of and everything that I jotted down in my little notebook. I really appreciate you guys being here. I really appreciate Ivy for creating this challenge. It was so much fun. I never thought I would be able to complete 12 videos within 12 days of each other. And just the amount that this channel has grown, I honestly expected to get maybe 50 subscribers. So this has been amazing. And I really thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a great 2024, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.